Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Today I'm going to be repotting my mulberry bonsai. This tree was collected as a little seedling from the backyard, and last summer it didn't grow very well. The leaves stayed small, it didn't put on much growth. So I was looking into the reasons why, and I was reading online that mulberries don't like wet soil. And I think the cause of my problem is this shallow pot. It stays wet for too long and the roots don't really dry out properly. I noticed I was getting liverwort on the surface of the soil. So I think I'm going to repot it today and put it into a deeper pot. I think that'll help the roots out and grow it with a lot more vigor. Here is a look at the tree. So the tree has a nice structure to it. I'm happy with that. And I noticed if I wiggle the tree, you can see it wiggles in the pot quite a bit. So the roots didn't strengthen up over the last summer. They haven't grown and filled the pot yet. So I think a slightly smaller pot that's quite a bit deeper will really help this tree out to grow it nicely this summer. So let's get it out of the pot and see what the roots look like. All right, I'll loosen the tree up. Make sure it comes out of the pot. Okay, so that is out of the pot. It looked good in that pot, but I think health-wise it just wasn't good for it. So I'll rake out the soil from the roots. Okay, so here I go. The moss grew well on it, but and normally these mulberries are very vigorous trees. They can put on tremendous growth each year, but mine just wasn't. Now it may have been, partly due to the weather in the summer, because I noticed my wife's full-size mulberry tree didn't grow very well last year either. So it could have been, the conditions in the summer. We got a lot of rain and the temperatures were a little cooler than some summers. So maybe a combination of both factors, weather and the shallow pot, just caused it not to grow very well. There's a weed in there. So hopefully this summer it'll have a really good, strong growing season. Because I really like mulberry trees. I think they make fantastic bonsai. Now, I have a drainage screen on the bottom here. I don't know if it's one big one or I think it's just two little ones. And the roots have certainly grown into the drainage screens. There's one out. And here's my other one. Like that, and then I can keep breaking this soil out. Yeah, I was wondering last summer, am I watering it too little or too much? And so I tried keeping it on the dry side for a while, and that didn't seem to help it. So I tried watering it more, and that didn't seem to help it. I can see there's a few roots here that didn't grow. It's always hard to know, when you have a tree that's not growing well. Sometimes it just takes, maybe you let it dry out too much one day and it killed off the ends of the roots, and then it has to generate new root tips, and you kind of go in a cycle of not knowing what you did wrong. But generally, when a tree's in a deeper pot, they generally grow better. You can water them more, the roots grow deep in the pot and they gain vigor. Shallow pots look good, but sometimes they're just not good horticulturally. Now there's some trees that just absolutely love shallow pots. Moisture loving trees like the thujas seem to like it.
Willows definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of trees that do like shallow pots. Okay, I think I'm ready to take it to wash the roots out. You can see the roots grew long, especially the ones coming out the bottom. The horizontal roots didn't do so well. And again, I think that's just a shallow pot. Shallow pots tend to hold a lot of moisture, and then when they do dry out, they dry out very quickly because there's a lot of surface area versus soil volume. Okay, so I'm going to take it over to the washing station and get all the soil washed out of the root system. All right, into the water it goes. I'll be cutting off those long roots. I guess I could have done that before I brought it over here, but we'll do that inside. Yeah, the surface roots didn't do really well on this tree. Wow, those are long roots. Okay, I'm ready to go back in the greenhouse and start the root pruning, starting with these long roots. Here's a look at the root system. So yeah, some of these horizontal roots, you can see they're alive, but they didn't grow much. Very weak. The roots that did take off grew well. So I'm going to start by cutting off this long string of roots. Like that. That removes a lot of the root system. So I imagine, growth will be a little slow initially for this tree, and then as the roots grow and gain strength, the tree should grow with more vigor. So I'm going to remove these roots that are going straight down, keeping my root base flat on the bottom. And then I will comb out the roots once again with my root rake. And I'll see what roots need pruning. Okay. So this one is too long without any bifurcation. This one's too long. Even this one's a bit long and straight with no movement. I could cut that back. I'm going to do a profile prune, reducing the roots to kind of balance them. Getting rid of the longer ones, pruning the longer ones back to kind of balance the vigor in the root base. Like that. And then I've got to be selective. So this one's growing upwards. This one's growing upwards. This one's going sideways. There's a root here crossing another one, which is coming off that one. It's got to be removed. Don't want crossing roots. It can look okay once they fuse together, but generally it's a good idea to avoid them. That one can be cut back. I don't even know if that one is alive. It doesn't look like it. I'm going to take it off. Here's one that I cut back that didn't survive. I'm going to just prune off the dead part, and it may generate new roots from that part that is alive. Here's one growing on top of another root. So it's going a little too sideways. This one's starting to curl up. I'm going to reduce it back. And I don't think I can do too much more on this root base. Just flatten it out a little more on the bottom. And that is about it. It's still nice and radial and quite well balanced. I did have a thick root here that I cut off, and now it's divided. I could prune off this part. It's not very radial. And this one needs to be cut back, just so this thick root doesn't continue to grow with too much vigor. Even this one I could cut back a little more. Yeah, I think that's got it quite well balanced. This one's a little long and straight, but I'm going to leave it for now until some of these root hairs thicken up back here, and then I can prune it back further in the next repotting. Yeah, I think everything else is good. There's one crossing here. That one can be taken back. There. So that is the root base for this year. So now I have to find a pot, a nice pot. Not too big, not too small, but deeper. I've got this really nice pot that Chris Snedden in London, Ontario made. There's his name on the bottom, Snedden. Yeah, it's a really fancy pot, and if you look from the top, the diameter is quite nice for the root base. It looks wide on the top because it's a tapered pot, but I think it'll really, horticulturally, really suit this tree. And the tree will look kind of small for this pot at first, but I think it'll be, a good pot for it as the tree grows. The root system increases. I think it'll be really good. So I'll have to bury it fairly deep in the pot. I want these roots all safely in the soil. So I'll have to kind of bury it, not exposing the surface roots yet. And then over the years, as these grow and gain vigor, I can slowly raise it up to show off the surface roots. But for now, I just want to get this tree healthy and growing really well. And I think this pot is the best one I have, and it's quite a fancy pot for sure. I've got a Chris Marshall drainage screen for the bottom of the pot, so that'll do really well in there. And I'll add a base layer of soil. Now the height will be somewhere about here, so I can add some more soil. And then I'll position the tree. This was always the front of the tree, so I'll make the feet of the pot to each side. It's a round pot, but there is a front to the pot. And I think that's a pretty good height there. So I'll make sure my roots are combed out, untangling them, getting them radial. You can see the roots, they kind of reach the edge of the pot, but I'll be raising it just slightly more. Get it on center. I think that's good. So as I pour the soil in, I'll just raise the tree slightly in the pot. Like that. And I'll get some more soil. And by raising the tree like this, it makes your roots flow down into the soil, so they're not going too horizontal. And I've mentioned that before. If they're too horizontal, you can't slowly raise the tree over the years, because the roots are parallel and all the roots will stick out of the soil. If you have them tapering down into the soil, you can slowly raise the tree, exposing the surface roots, and your tree will look much more natural, like a tree you'd see in nature. Now some trees do have horizontal surface roots that spread across the soil, but I think for bonsai it's better to have them tapering down into the soil more. So at the moment you can just start to see the buttress there, but I've got to add a bit more soil. I'm still a little low. So I'll just pat this down, tamp the soil down, and then I've just got to top up the soil a little bit more. Like that. I think that is good. Let's have a look at the tree before I water it. Here is a look at the tree in the pot. Yeah, I think it's going to grow really well in here, and I think it'll look quite nice in this pot as the canopy fills out and it thickens up a bit. It will do, this pot, for quite a few years, I think. At least 2 years, maybe 3. All right, here I go with the water. So the roots weren't active yet. They were still dormant, so I'm not too late repotting it, even though the tree is coming out into leaf. So I think the timing is just perfect. Okay, that is watered in there really nicely. Here's a final look at the tree. So here's the front, coming around to the right hand side. You can see I've done a big chop there. Coming around to the back, the left hand side, and back to the front. I find there's a lot of challenges in growing bonsai. It's not only the pot, the size of the pot, the shape of the pot, it's the weather also. You can get warm summers, cool summers, rainy summers, dry summers. The winters can be quite different. So there's a lot of challenges that you've got to try and sort out to keep your tree healthy. So hopefully this is going to help this tree. We'll see how it does this summer. I'll keep you updated on its progress. There's a playlist for this tree in the description below if you want to follow along the progress of it so far. And that is all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.